Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Ryan Fenners and welcome back to the Fentertainment channel. On today's video, we're going to go and explain some things about the wireless key fob that I didn't mention in the last video about amp draw. Does it draw any amps while the golf cart's in the off position versus when it's in the on position? Another thing, a couple of people talked about losing keys. A couple of people asked if you can still use your factory ignition with this right here, and we're going to cover some of those things in this video today. So I had some people ask me about the wireless key fob here. Does it pull any amperage when it's in the off position versus when it's in the on position? Basically meaning, is it draining my batteries if I leave it off versus leaving it on? Well, obviously when you cut it on, it's gonna be drawing something, okay? But now since I have everything disconnected on the golf cart here, this is the wire right there. I have a voltmeter, multimeter. I have it on the 10 amp setting. I have my lead over here on the 10 amp setting. I'm gonna place this down here. I'm going to place the red terminal here against the ground wire. I'm going to place the black terminal here on the battery. Try to do this all with one hand. Once we turn the system on, we got a 30 milliamp draw. So when we turn the system off, there's no draw here on the multimeter itself. So this right here is not drawing any current while it's off, only while it's on. And that should answer that question right there. So I had a couple people say, hey, you know, you put a meter on the dash and you got this key switch here. You're not using the key switch. Why didn't you remove it for? Well, I didn't want just a big gaping hole here. Another reason is this right here is letting us know that the golf cart is in the on position. It's also letting us know the voltage of the battery. So it's not serving one purpose, it's serving two. I had a question about that on the last video. I thought I made myself clear, but I just want to make myself a little bit more clear on that yes, this is reading your battery voltage. Yes, this lets us know when the golf cart's on and off. So once we have the golf cart all taken apart and we got back to the switch, we can still use this switch. We're going to take the main 48 volt from the battery pack going into one terminal. We're going to take the other terminal going into the wireless switcher. Now why we would do that is, basically you would still retain your key, so your key can stay on and off, but this little module here, even though it's not pulling any amperage when the golf cart's off, we can ensure that to cut it on and off with the key to supply power and make it like a two-step process to get your golf cart going. So now we have everything hooked up and all back together. Now let me explain something here. This right here is we're going to be able to use the key fob and the key at the same time. Now the key fob will not cut the golf cart on by itself any longer. You see the gauge is not lighting up. The key itself will not cut the golf cart on or off by itself. Basically you have to put the golf cart in the on position here and then hit the key on the remote, and then the golf cart will cut on and the meter will cut on. The golf cart is now able to be driven. If you want to go ahead and cut the golf cart off, you don't have to use your remote. Only thing you have to do is take the key out of the ignition. Golf cart is now off. Now you can go ahead and put your key fob with your key on the same keychain. So the next time you go to get on your golf cart, you can take the key, put it in the ignition and cut it on. Hit the on for the secret key that's back here. And now the golf cart's in the on position. It lets you know anyone with a key will not be able to go and get on the golf cart to start it. Daughter on the golf cart here, and she wants to ride it around the yard. Now the key that I gave her for the golf cart does not have the key fob on it. So I've given her pretty much the child key. The golf cart's in the off position until I turn it on. Now once the golf cart's on, I can control whether the golf cart cuts on or off while she's moving. Take her for a spin, babe. So while the golf cart's going, I can manually cut it off and the golf cart just dies. So you could use this as a parental control device as well. So what we have here is my son's taking the golf cart to the other cul-de-sac over there we're going to be Google Duoing each other, and we're going to see if the range from my garage to that cul-de-sac over there will turn the golf cart in the on or the off position. So as you see, he's way over there, and it's on. You can turn it off. So it's off now. We turn it back on and turn it off. As you can see, he can't move. We're going to turn it back on again. There you go. Come on, Bryant. Just to prove it, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the golf cart off while he's coming around behind that burgundy truck there. So the golf cart is now dead in the water. And I'm gonna cut it on as well. You like it where I can cut the golf cart on and off while you're driving it or not? Sure. Do you like it when I can cut the golf cart on and off when you're driving it or not? All right, dude. All right, guys, so that's another way that you can use this wireless key fob on your golf cart. A lot of people was, talking about losing these keyless switches here. So you shouldn't be able to lose your key fob if you use your key to cut on or cut off your golf cart. You probably just leave it in, especially if it's at your house. But if you go and say to the beach or uptown or whatever, most people usually takes the keys with them, and well, you can just slide this right here, key fob, in your pocket as well. This right here also help, while you're uptown with theft. I'm sure nobody's going to try to, steal a golf cart in broad daylight. I'm sure there might be some meth heads out there that would try that, but majority of them wouldn't. Everybody wants the most easy method when it comes to stealing pretty much anything. So I also just installed the golf cart lock. That video, I'm going to put it at the top right of your screen here right now. That goes around your brake and your gas pedals. They make them for club cars, Yamahas, and Easy Goes. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate you watching this video. I hope we were able to clear up some questions that we had on the key fob of the last video. And until next time, guys, we'll see y'all later.
And now you've got yourself something funky.